Reds, Don Baylor, telling Dante Bichette to get in the game. And by gum, if he doesn't do just that, to the upper deck in left field, Bichette happens. More on that home run in a bit. 1-0, his 28th. Same inning. The bases are loaded, and it just doesn't get any better than Barry Larkin at short. He's one of the best in the business. Wait a minute. He throws it away, and 2 runners score on that. 3-0 Rocks, and then Bichette facing Hector Carrasco, and he's done it again. Back to the gap. Walt Weiss comes around. 4-0 Rocks lead, and they would go on to win it 6-4 at Riverfront. Bichette's home run to the upper deck in left, only the 19th to hit that level since the stadium opened back in 1970. John Smiley loses for just the 2nd time this year. And by the way, the Reds pick up Barry Larkin's brother Steven in a trade with the Rangers. Padres trying to hit 500 against the Bucks. That's Andy Ashby facing Orlando Merced, who goes to his room with the curveball fudgicle. 9 Ks for Ashby. 1-0 Padres in the 7th. Nelson Liriano. Base knock to right. Here comes Midray Cummings, but Tony Gwynn's got a gun, and he knows how to use it. Underrated, gets him at the plate, and the Padres, as you saw here on ESPN, a winner 2-0. Ashby wins it, goes back, and picking up right where he left off. Single to right field. That is his 1,000th career hit. More on that factoid in just a minute. This is Vince Coleman, newly acquired with the most nonchalant umpire ever. Move.
Just 6
That would be it for Rodriguez. That brings in Scott Watkins to face Griffey again, and that's the kind of call you get when you're Ken Griffey Jr. That's it for Watkins. Here comes Pat Mahomes, and Edgar Martinez has gone shopping at the Gap. Gets a pair of loose-fitting jeans. Coleman and Griffey score. 4-3 Twins. Pitcher number 4 is Dave Stevens in the inning. Doug Strange goes back to that very same store. Retail sales way up this month. Buhner and Blowers score. 5 pitchers for the Twins in the inning. Doesn't help a bit. Mariners win 6-4. Vince Coleman goes 2 for 5 in his first game with the team. Ken Griffey Jr. picks up his 1,000th career hit as lead. Danny Darwin decides to intentionally walk Dave Nilsson, loads the bases to get to John Jaha. Would that pay off? I don't think so. You walk the bases loaded against John Jaha, and you're going to pay for that every time. Grand slam, 6-0 Brewers. John Jaha, offensive juggernaut. Another base knock for him. That scores Surhoff. 9-0 Brewers. And Chris Nichting, oh, he dunks the leather. That's despair when you dunk the leather. That's anger. That's frustration. And yet the Rangers did have a small bright spot to take away. Juan Gonzalez with the 2-run Jones in his first game off the DL. Small solace when you lose 15-6. John Jaha's grand slam, the Brewers' 8th this year. That's most in the majors. Jaha's 5 RBI, a career high. Danny Darwin now has given up 20 earned runs in 15 innings against the Brewers this year. Yankees trying to make up ground on the Red Sox, bottom 6. Mike Greenwell at bat, rips one towards the garage door in center. Bernie Williams plays the carom perfectly. Relay to Randy Velarde, and please don't hold dinner for Timmy Nearing. He's late. Behind door number 2 is Mike Greenwell. He wants a little defense in the 8th inning. Bernie Williams up, and Willie McGee, I believe he is, oh, he's into leather, leaping up against the wall. Great catch, bottom of 8, 4 all. Hey Mo is on second, and that's Jose down the line and left. That's a double. Hey Mo scores. That makes it 5-4. The Red Sox would add the insurance from there and win it 7-4. Jose chiming in with a double and a home run. He has now gone 16 for his last 30. Dawson is your batter. Bases loaded, a developing situation, and there it goes. His first grand slam since 1991, the 7th grand slam of his career. It's 5-0 Florida. Bottom 3. Fred McGriff pops it up. The former Brave Terry Pendleton goes after it. Coming on over, and makes the grab. McGriff says, you know, I cannot believe he made that catch. Braves come back to trail 7-5, but in the 8th, it's Dawson again. He went 3 for 4, 5 RBIs. Second homer of the night, now has 6 homers on the year. Florida wins it. Final score is 8-5. The Marlins snap a 10-game losing streak against Atlanta, beating the Braves for the first time since July 14th, 1994. Steve Rico Bronya. We show you this routine because it was the only play of the night by an Expo outfielder. Rondell White comes in and makes the catch. 4th inning now, Tim Bogar. Infield hit. It's the first hit Perez gave up all night. Next man up, Carl Everett. Bunts for the hit. So you got 2 cheap hits now off Perez. Bogar was advanced to 3rd. Chris Jones at bat, 1 out. Jones bounces into the 5-4 force, but he beats the throw. No double play. Run scores. That was the only run of the game.
Pulsiver outduels Perez. Pulsiver doesn't give up a run in 8 innings. Perez gave up only 3 hits in 7 innings, but got the loss. The Expos' Mose Alou left the game in the first with an injured right bicep. The Mets' Pete Harnisch will miss the rest of the year with shoulder trouble. Phillies and the Astros. Sid Fernandez 3-1 as a Philly against Craig Biggio. Biggio 3 for 24 lifetime against Sid. Make that 4 for 25. His 18th homer of the year gone, 1-0 Houston. Bottom 7, 2 outs, 3-2 Phils. Biggio grounds to first. Batalico, Ricky forgot to cover first. Brian Hunter scores. We're tied at 3. Bottom 9 now, tied at 4 runners on first and second. Slocum facing Biggio, walks him. That loads the bases. Next man up, Derek Bell. Here we go. Base hit right field. Cangelosi scores the game winner. The Astros scoring 2 in the bottom of the 9th to win it, 5-4. Houston is now 48-1 when holding a lead after 8 innings. Dean Hartgraves went 1 1/3 for his first Major League victory. Philly has now lost 16 of its last 20. 4th inning, Kenny Lofton rifles one down the right field line into the corner. Lofton had 2 triples in the ball game. Ramirez and Sorrento score. Indians up by the score of 3-0. 5th inning now. 3-2 Indians. Baltimore comes back. Curtis Goodwin down the line. Looked a lot like the shot off the bat of Lofton. That's a triple as well. Houston scores. Game's tied at 3 runs apiece. 7th inning now. The Indians score 5. Manny Ramirez. Yes, please. A 3-run home run to left. His 27th on the year. And Cleveland wins at 8-5. Jose Mesa gets his 35th straight save, 1 short of the Major League record for consecutive saves set by Dennis Eckersley back in '92. Baltimore has now lost 5 straight series in 13 of its last 17 games. Kevin Brown the loss. He's 0-6 since June the 2nd. Oakland beats Kansas City. Jason Giambi homers for the 3rd straight game against KC. He's got only 5 homers all year. He's hitting .700 against the Royals this year. The A's win their first series on the road since June the 29th. Angels at the White Sox. Brian Anderson on the hill. 6-4 this year coming in, bottom of the 1st. White Sox up 1-0. Robin Ventura, a 3-run home run, his 16th homer of the year, 100th homer of his career, 3 for 4 in the game. White Sox up 4-0. Top of the 5th, bases loaded, developing situation. Tim Salmon, deep drive to center. Lance Johnson, oh, he made a great grab. Salmon says, how did he do that? Fernandez high-fives Johnson. Bottom of the 5th now. White Sox up 4-0. Ray Durham on 3rd after a leadoff triple. The next man up, Lance Johnson, right field corner. Johnson legs out a triple, so back-to-back triples there. The White Sox win 9-2. They got 3 triples in the 5th inning. They go on to win 9-2. The American League record for triples in 1 inning is 5, set by the same White Sox all the way back in 1901. There was a 70-minute rain delay and a 46-minute rain delay. So much for speeding up this game.
National League Cubs and Dodgers scoreless, bottom of 1. That's Mike Piazza at the plate. Jose Offerman aboard. Dial 8, long distance. Crust first. Piazza delivers. 18th of the year, 2-0 Dodgers. I predict the guy in the hat will have the speed gun behind the plate. He's always there. What a gig. Bottom of 6, Karros. This one to center, and Sammy Sosa is going to experiment with the leather here.
Home run by Karros.
And it doesn't work. Off the top of the wall and over. 5-0 Dodgers, and Ishmael Valdez getting Mark Gray swinging, and you feel the breeze. Dodgers, the winner is 6-1. Valdez strikes out a career-high 11. He's now pitched 26 innings against the Cubs this year, allowing just 2 runs. Dodgers go over the 2 million mark in home attendance for the 23rd straight year. They did it in 54 games. This year they did it in 49.